Hello, this is Mission 97. Welcome back to Fallen Earth. So last time we left off, we did the tutorial, met a few characters that will be referenced later on, and now we're going to pick what we want to main on. Well, it's not really that, is where you want to start off, though it truly gives you a plus. So there's crafting, which is midway. Feuding traveler families make it a play for new clones to take control of the town. Bone Claw, combat. The Chota needs clones to help recover from a catastrophic explosion. That's a lot of people there too. Clinton Farm, support. The citizens here need the clones to protect them from toxins blade dancers have been unleashed. So there's different types of things here going on. I'm going to do crafting because I personally like crafting. So yeah, start off here. Basically you're going to help out a bunch of traveler gangs. It gets interesting sometimes, but yeah. It's basically all just infighting. So let's let it load for a moment. So yeah, what to talk about? Oh yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of people, you know, not really subscribing, but watching my videos. To those that are still around, thank you very much. It kind of feels good that no people are watching. Even for a few seconds, it's still nice to know somebody's interested. Let's see. They're adding farms soon, which I don't know when is soon, but they're apparently going to add farms. So, this is odd. So, anyway, soon they're going to add farms, and people are going to be able to build stuff with a construction skill, which before wasn't really used. It's really just for camps and buffs and whatnot. So, yeah, this guy wants us to use Disrupt for the first time, which is just to equip your... Well, at least when I started playing it was this. I'm not sure if it's changed or not. I haven't really bothered to, let me get that out of the way. Bother to try it. So let's get out of here, see the world for the first time. I think I've got my graphics on the maximum. I don't know how Fallen Earth is going to deal with fraps here. So yeah, this is the world. This is Midway Plains, or Midway anyway. Kind of a cesspool, but it works. So I go over here, and there's many mounts like horses, not jeeps, damn it, kind of like buggies, and there's cars, which are basically the fastest thing in the game, and they're also very expensive to use. So do this real quick. And those cars called, I think, interceptors. A red is like, okay, well, a blue is 100 chips, which is kind of the current sequence of chips, like whatchamacallits, casino chips, and 1 blue equals 100, so you can see where 5 red to tow the thing towards you is kind of a bad idea to get that to mount. I personally used to love wanting to get one of those, and I set a goal for it, but oof, it's just expensive to buy or to make, and it's not pretty. So here we go, get that done. Usually in the beginning here, it used to be the point where around level like 15 or something, you get 1 AP per level, so now it's just 3 plus 3, which is interesting. Also, always loot these guys, they got goodies. I don't know if I said that before. So basically, every time you start, you always want to finish every, well, at least what I do is finish every starter area, because you get AP quests, which basically AP is good for you, let's just say that. People have made it an obsession ever since, so. Oh yeah, you can also get dogs and not head crabs, my god, what am I thinking? This is Half-Life. Hermit crabs, giant mutated hermit crabs, I don't know how to explain it. They got like a computer as a back, or a shell anyway. And you have prairie chickens, I believe you can buy those on the in-game store. And usually the in-game store is not really pay to win or anything, it's just got like special aesthetics and whatnot. So he gives us some books to make ammo, and I believe to mine copper. So let's see, usable. Yeah, see, mine copper manual. Just gotta hover over that, but you already have that. Platmaster schematics, which would be useful. For this character, I might be going tech just for once. It might be interesting. Oh, by the way, this guy, you can basically tells you about different recipes and skills, but I'm not gonna I'll go over this eventually, but just press this so we can give you some supplies, and he'll give you refined bandage and some red cotton to make it with. In here, in Fallen Earth, there is a bunch of books where you can refine steel, let's see, refine gears and whatnot to make like guns and whatnot. And that can be pretty useful once in a while. I mean, they're not cheap to make most of the time, but they can be useful. And seeing how fasteners used to be made, and I've recently talked to people on the help channel, and they said that they removed refined fasteners, which fasteners are probably the most thing you're going to use early in the game, and then possibly even beyond. So, yeah. I just gotta collect some copper now, which is a bunch of new players here, and they're gonna probably take it, most of it. That's why they really upped the rate speed a while back. So basically new players would have more and more stuff here. Problem is sometimes high levels kind of come around and like to take it. I used to do that once, and then I just got a moral standing of not doing it again. Kind of felt bad for the new players when I was stealing all their copper and whatnot. Copper is probably one of the most useful things right now for like making cheap ammunition, let's see, cheap guns, and possibly melee weapons. They can be, and melee weapons are pretty hard to use in this game. I mean, it takes a lot of tanking skill to actually use them. Usually in like PvP matches or teams, those like people with melee weapons can really do some damage, but that really depends on the person and how they play the game. This game kind of does the Holy Trinity thing of tank, healer, and whatnot, but it really doesn't matter most of the time because people are just doing what they want in teams and PvP. But in PvP, do not get close to a melee person unless you're melee as well. They hurt. I've done a little PvP myself, and it's not fun. Okay, so I guess I should show off this. 1 second. Show this off. Okay, /sit. And basically, you have there's a bunch of emoticons and stuff for like role players, and the role playing community kind of died down a bit after this game went free to play. So, okay, let's see. Now I gotta pick up my... Okay, the recipes, you press L. That's the default anyway. I got a Platmaster pistols. See here, this is the components you need, which is obvious. Scrap copper. In the free play, you have big restrictions on the time you have to craft, and to be honest, that's fair. I don't really care for that. So we need 4 copper, which we have, and here we make cheap ammunition, which we need 80 for the quest. Let's see. In this game, there's not really any cutscenes as far as I know. Like, you know, like SWTOR, you know, Star Wars: The Old Republic, and other games like that. This game was originally made by Icarus Studios and was taken over by Gamers First after Icarus Studio was starting to go a little bit of bankrupt. I'm not sure if it was bankruptcy or they were just losing money and eventually got bought out. I'm not entirely sure. Marie Corral, or however you pronounce her name, is still, I believe, with Gamers First on doing this game. She was the head producer, I think, and she's still around. Tig's one of my favorite admins or like GMs on here. She does. I mean, when I was playing, she did a lot of trivia nights, which basically, if you get a question right, you get a reward that is donated by players. So basically, when they're trivia nights, you gotta donate to the GMs, and they'll give out prizes to whoever wins the question. And usually get better stuff when the question is harder. I think once in a while they either do lore trivia nights, or they just dig around and, you know, do real life stuff from news and whatnot, or, you know, history of G1, or Gamers First. So I'm just waiting for this thing to be done. I guess I can go into town, because I don't want to bore you guys here. Actually, you know what? Let me pause the video here, and I'll be back with you in a minute.